Traveling Kansas, Dodge City is being brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from...
Hello friends, Harold Nolte here, President of Dodge City Community College. Here in Kansas, the community college is valued as a local access point to higher education and as a catalyst for economic development. As a community college graduate myself, I appreciate the transformation power a community college can have on students and families. Affordable, close to home, with small class sizes and personal attention, a community college is a great place to start your adventure.
Life's a little different here in Southwest Kansas. We do things our own way with a can-do spirit and strong family values, which means we treat people right, and we want the best value for our dollar. The same is true about United Wireless. We aren't like the national brands. We treat our customers like family. We provide excellent service and simple, easy-to-understand plans that will save you money. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
By the Dodge City Convention and Visitors Bureau, who invite you to join your friends and get the heck into Dodge. Underwritten in part by the Mariah Fund, setting the wind behind tourism in western Kansas.
This program is brought to you by the Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks, and Tourism. Find out more information about Kansas communities at travelks.com.
This is Jan Stevens, the Director of the Dodge City Convention and Visitors Bureau. We want to welcome you to Dodge City, where there are wonderful things happening in our community. From the Long Branch Lagoon to the Boot Hill Museum and the United Wireless Arena and Boot Hill Conference Center and Casino, we want to welcome you to our community. We hope that you come to Dodge City year-round, anytime, and have some fun with us.
Howdy folks, I'm Andrew. I'm the marshal here at Boot Hill Museum in Old Dodge City. We're standing here on the boardwalk of Old Front Street. Well, the first exhibit you'll come to is the Old People of the Plains exhibit up on see the original Boot Hill Cemetery. Up there you get to see the transition from Buffalo and Native American. Then you get to come through the transition to the cowboys and the cattle drives came through Dodge City. Then you come back down here on Front Street. Go in the Long Branch Saloon, you can have a sit down and have a sarsaparilla in there. And we got a big gun exhibit with over 100 different guns from the Old West days of Dodge City. And being a marshal of Dodge City I got my hands full. It's a wild little city. And we got a lot of gunfights. There's going to be 3 of them every day, 12, 3, and 7. We look forward to having you come down here and visit and relive the legend of Dodge City. If you want more information, you can find all the information at www.boothill.org.
My name is Laura Tidewater, and I am the Donor Relations and Marketing Manager here at Boot Hill Museum, and we are in the Long Branch Saloon. So right now, Boot Hill Museum is under construction. We are building a 13,000 square foot new exhibits building where we will be featuring 9 new exhibits, lobby and gift shop and event space. And we will be opening that in spring of 2020. But right now we are open. All of our exhibits are still open. Everything still remains the same, and we want people to come visit us this summer. So our summer season starts on Memorial Weekend, and we will be open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We will be featuring shows daily. Every night we'll have Check-A-Wagon dinners at 6 p.m. and then we will have Long Branch variety shows here in the saloon after dinner, and then we will have gunfights every day. And what's special about this summer is we will be having more gunfights because we want people to still visit us even though we're under construction. And so we're going to do a lot more special activities for families and children. And so we really want people to come out and see us and enjoy the extra things that we're going to be doing this summer. We have a gift shop, which is our main entrance. And in there you can find a lot of unique Dodge City merchandise. And then from there you can get your tickets and walk through Front Street. And you can meet our gunfighters and our can-can dancers, and even Miss Kitty will be out here.
There's something going on in Dodge City year-round. We have races that happen in the spring and the fall and throughout the summer. We have a wonderful festival that celebrates our Western heritage. It's called Dodge City Days. It's a 10-day festival, second only to the Wichita River Festival. It's the second largest festival in the state of Kansas.
Right, I'm Joni Whitman with the Dodge City Chamber. I am the events director here at the Chamber and also the Dodge City Days coordinator. This year is the 59th annual Dodge City Days Festival. It runs July 25th through August 4th. So it's usually the last weekend of July, 1st of August. If you haven't heard, last year Dodge City Days PRCA, the Roundup PRCA Rodeo was voted the #1 rodeo in the United States, so that's pretty exciting. It brings in, typically in the 10-day festival, we bring in about 100,000 people throughout the 10 days. We have a lot of volunteers. We have great partners out in the community that help us put this all together.
I'm Elaine Gall, and I'm the office manager at Dodge City Roundup Rodeo. We always start on the Tuesday right in the middle of Dodge City Days, and we go through Sunday night, which is our championship night. And we have nothing but bull riding and bullfighting on Tuesday night, so it's an awesome night to come, very exciting. And then Wednesday through Sunday are regular PRCA events. The team roping, steer wrestling, bull riding, bareback riding, all that. And during those days, we also have special entertainment. Well, it's interesting. We get a lot of first-timers, but at the same time, predominantly our crowd are people that have been there year after year after year, and it's such a part of Dodge City Days. It's the biggest event that happens during the festival. And so we get a lot of people that have come since they were little kids, and they're still bringing their children and grandchildren now, so it's very much of a tradition. We will have, starting on Tuesday morning through Sunday night, we will have between the contestants, the volunteers, we rely heavily on volunteers. There's 200 volunteers every night making that thing happen. And between the contestants and their companions and the volunteers and our guests that come to watch the rodeo, we have 30,000 people in and out of there in 6 days. In a little town of 20,000, you know. We have a website, dodgecityroundup.org, to buy tickets, and there's also lots of information in there about events. And one of the fan favorites is what's called mutton busting, when the children from ages 4 to 7 ride the sheep. That's a popular thing. So we have information on our website about that. We have an office, a business office year-round at 608 South 14th. And we're listed in the phone book under Dodge City Roundup.
My name is John Bogner, Dodge City, Kansas. I am the chairman of Dodge City Days. This is my 13th year as chairman. We've added a couple things the last couple of years. One of the new ones is a gauntlet, which is like a Tough Mudder. So we have a company come in, they build obstacle courses, and we build a course, about a 2-mile course, and the participants come in and they run the course and have a good time doing that. It's fun, it's a lot of fun. One of the big attractions for Dodge City Days is the very first weekend we have a KCBS, which is Kansas City Barbecue Society, barbecue contest. It's the state championship. We have contestants come from Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado, Nebraska, Missouri, and obviously the state of Kansas. Our main sponsor for that barbecue contest is National Beef here in town, so having them as a sponsor is great. That's a good event every year. And that's on the first Saturday. Also, we have our Western Parade that day as well, which we typically have about 180 to 200 entries into this parade. It's amazing. It's fun to see people. I've met people from Australia, Germany, you name it, and they come in just for the rodeo or just for Dodge City Days, or they just happen to be going through Dodge City during Dodge City Days. So it's always interesting to see those people come through town and talk to them.
It's a hoot. There's something for everybody. We've got events for children up to the older children, I guess. We've got parades and concerts and street dances and Kids Fest and car shows and art shows, and It's just, there's something for everybody.
Anybody that's looking for a good time at the end of July, 1st of August, I know it's always hot. It could be in the hundreds, it could be in the 80s, you never know. We've been lucky to have some cooler weather, but come out and see us during Dodge City Days. You can visit our website at dodgecitydays.org or search for our Facebook page. There's information there. The full schedule's on there. If you have any questions on anything, visit those two places. Send us a message and we can accommodate you and have a good time with you. So thank you again.
Dodge City has over 1,200 hotel rooms. We have campsites and lodging. You can either camp out with a tent, or you can go to one of our wonderful cabins here in the community. You can come to our casino and have a lot of fun. They do everything from blackjack to roulette and all things in between. We have several new restaurants in Dodge City that are in our Heritage District, so you can come downtown and walk from Boot Hill Museum, walk through our beautiful downtown, and then go to our water park and also to one of our wonderful home-owned restaurants in the community.
My name is Lee Griffith. I am the Director of Sales with Boot Hill Distillery in Dodge City, Kansas. Here we are in our tasting room at the distillery. And not only are we in a historic building, but we are located on the original Boot Hill Cemetery location, which dates back to the 1870s. So literally, yes, we are distilling spirits where spirits were once laid to rest. Or as we like to say, authentic Boot Hill spirit in every bottle. So we've been here since 2016. We opened our doors July 30th of 2016. Opened up our tasting room and we started distilling almost be coming up on 3 years this summer. So July of this summer will be our 3-year anniversary. First year or two was a little bit of research and development and getting our process down, but within about 1.5 years, we started distributing our spirits all throughout the state of Kansas. So we were available in any liquor store across the state. And we have also crossed our state lines. We're available now in Missouri and also can sell into 6 other states as well. But really, this is kind of a destination location. This is a place where people can come enjoy a craft cocktail. So we're owned by 3 Southwest Kansas farmers, which gives us the distinction in the distilling world of we grow all the grain that goes into our spirits. It's all our own raw material. The corn, the wheat is all grown in Haskell County, and it gets transported here for the creation of all the vodka, the gin, and the whiskeys that we make. Like I said, this was the original Boot Hill Cemetery location. It was only a cemetery for about 6 years, from 1872 to 1879. All the bodies, 30 to 32 by best guess, were disinterred in the late 1870s. And moved to another location north of town. A schoolhouse was built on this site in 1879, and it stood here until 1927. By the late 20s, Dodge City is growing and expanding. After some back and forth with the city repurchased this land, and they also needed a home for their new city offices. So the school system, or the school building, excuse me, was torn down, and construction on our building was started in 1927. Completed in 1929, it was built as the city municipal building. So it was designed and built to hold all the city services under one roof. The fire department, the police department, the city jail, the city court, the city clerk's office, which is the room we're in now, and the city judge's chambers were all held under this one building. There was a plan initially and some dollars that were set aside to tear the building down, but they did want some entity to come in and try to occupy it and do something with it. Few showed up, nothing really quite gelled until our ownership came along. We approached it, they approached it, the city in 2013, 14, somewhere around there, and we were able to purchase the building and the land for all of $10. Now, we've since spent quite a bit to get it to where it is, but it took 2 years to restore the building.
The Home of Stone, which is the Mueller-Smith House, is one of our mansions in Dodge City for its time. It was built. It's only been owned by 2 families, and it operates today during the summertime, and you can go and take a tour and kind of see what life was like back then. It's a very unique home. It has what they call a summer kitchen, which means the kitchen is in the basement.
We are here at the Dodge City Carnegie Arts Center, and we're here talking about Final Fridays in Dodge City. So we've been doing Final Fridays in Dodge City for some years, but in the last several years we've been growing. People have been coming out more to it. People from out of town have even come to Dodge City to participate. Because what we do during Final Friday is celebrate our history here in Dodge, art. We have lots of entertainment, some great musicians and artists here in town, and even people from outside of Kansas that come and showcase their things. It's a come and go evening activity on the last Friday of every month. Every location that participates in Final Friday takes a 2-hour time frame, and so people can just jump from one place to the next. Some locations feature art, and a lot of that art is usually paintings, photography, jewelry, all kinds of art. People can then go to some of the local restaurants, some of the retail shops downtown. The brewery and the distillery are on, so there's just a mix of different things people can go and be a part of. It is a free event. People can come and they can go from one place to the next for free. The Dodge City Trolley also picks people up and drops them off at the different places for free. People can find out what we're doing by going to our Facebook page, Final Fridays in Dodge City. The Carnegie Arts Center is a great place to start. We usually start here at the Carnegie Arts Center at 5 p.m. It's kind of the start of the Final Friday tour. And we usually serve refreshments, wine and beer and things like that. So this is a good place to start, and then you can hop on the trolley and go visit all the other different places.
I'm John Stuff. I'm the executive director here at the Depot Theater, and right now we are in the main theater part of the building with the big stage right behind us. Yep. We do 8 shows a year. There are 5 main stage productions, which are dinner theater productions, and then we have 1 area-wide high school production in the early summer. We do a youth production later in the summer, and then we do 1 specialty show that falls wherever it needs to fall on the calendar. This year it was Night of the Living Dead that we did at Halloween time. The year before that it was Love Letters that we did at Valentine's Day. So there's 1 show that kind of floats around. But all of our shows are wonderful, wonderful productions. We do have a website. It's www.depottheaterco.com. And it lists everything that's going on here, not only the 8 productions that we have, but we also have 25 to 30 different other events that happen throughout the year. The Theater Guild does several fundraising events through the year. We have all kinds of meetings and things. We have a Final Friday that happens the last Friday of every month out in the lobby of the theater and the El Vaquero dining room. When they built the theater, thank goodness, they tiered all of the entire area here so that there isn't a bad seat. You always hear people say, oh, there isn't a bad seat in the house. But literally every seat in this theater, you can see perfectly the stage and everything that's going on because it is so tiered. We've upgraded the sound and the lighting systems here over the past couple of years. We draw people from a large area throughout southwest Kansas. We draw literally just over half of our patrons come from outside of Dodge City, and we do draw from quite a distance. The thing we probably hear more than anything else is, I had no idea this was here. And it is a wonderful space. I mean, when you walked in, you said, this is not what you were expecting. It's a really beautiful, beautiful facility, and as you walk through the entire building, when they renovated it, they did it right, and it's really an outstanding place. It's a very special place that it's really a jewel here in southwest Kansas, and people just don't realize that it's here. We've had some dinners that we've had Free Will offering dinners here, which has attracted a totally different crowd than the people that come to see the shows. And frequently people will come in here for the first time, it's like, this is beautiful. We had no idea. We've never been in here before. It's like people that have lived here their whole lives. You know, it's like, we just never came. And it's like, well, you need to come back.
My name is Barbara Straight. I'm president of the Depot Theater Guild, and we are in the historic Santa Fe Depot in Dodge City, Kansas. This is the original hotel lobby. I love the history of the building and the feel of the building. It was built in 1897, dedicated in 1898. This structure, it's a huge structure. Santa Fe Depot, Dodge City was a hub for the Santa Fe Railroad, and this place was just thriving with activity for the railroad. When it was built, it was a baggage room, waiting room for gentlemen and for women separate. This is the hotel lobby for the Fred Harvey Hotel. Had a dining room, had a restaurant, and the upstairs was the hotel. And eventually there were 48 hotel rooms, 10 with bathrooms. And when the theater moved into here, 2004 is when they had their first production here, I fell in love with the building and wanted to learn about the building. And so I started doing some research about Fred Harvey and the Harvey girls and their connection with this building. Fred Harvey, as you may know, had an agreement with the Santa Fe Railroad that wherever the Santa Fe went, he would operate hotels, restaurants, lunchrooms, whatever it was. Eventually, he also ran the newspaper stands, magazine stands, and all of that. Well, in Dodge City, he happened to be, when they built this building, Fred Harvey was working with Santa Fe, so this was intended to be a Harvey Hotel, and again, dining room, which was later called the El Vaquero, and then the lunchroom, which is down on the very end. I love the story of Fred Harvey because he's one of those rags to riches kind of people. We know that he came here. We know that he visited Dodge City quite often because his wife's sister and her husband lived in a home, which is now a part of Boot Hill, the Hardesty House. So we know also from old newspapers that he came here. I love the fact that Fred Harvey was exacting. He was very structured, very strict. The stories say that if he came in and he saw cracked dishes or a dirty tablecloth, he might yank those off. He might yank a manager and toss them out the door. He made surprise visits. They started saying code would be a sack of potatoes is coming or a tornado is coming to alert hotels and restaurants down the way that Fred Harvey was coming. Some of his things that I just think are so much fun. Pies were cut into 4 pieces instead of 6. Coffee was thrown out every 2 hours. They had a special recipe from Chase and Sanborn. So a place like Dodge City, when it opened, they would come here, they would make the coffee, they would test it to make sure it tasted the same everywhere. If the water was the problem, he had it shipped in. Everything on the Santa Fe, everything he wanted was shipped in for free. That was his agreement with the Santa Fe Railroad, was everything was shipped for free. So if he wanted fruits or vegetables from wherever Santa Fe went, those were shipped for free. He paid no rent, he paid no utilities. He paid for his food, supplies, tablecloths, whatever those things, he paid his employees, but he didn't pay for anything else. So he was quite an entrepreneur.
We have some great golf tournaments in Dodge City. We have the Mariah Hills. We also have the country club, so people can come to either one of those if they have a country club membership. So they can go to the country club or they can go to Mariah Hills. They're both 18-hole golf courses, so they can go there and have some great fun. In Dodge City, we have 2 pheasant hunting contests. One is called Rooster Roundup. One is called Bounty Bird. Both of them have to do with a tag that you find on your pheasant when you come to Dodge City to shoot your bird. So we want to invite people to come to Dodge City and come hunt the pheasant out here and enjoy what Dodge City has to offer. Come stay in our hotels and hunt and play. We see a lot of families come to Dodge City because of the water park, and again, you can virtually walk from the water park to Boot Hill Museum. So if you have kids, they can play and have fun at the water park. They can go to our zoo. Our zoo is a free zoo. And then they can walk across Wyatt Earp and they can go to Boot Hill Museum and they can enjoy the gunfight and the Long Branch Variety Show and the Chuck Wagon Dinner.
My name is Megan Welsh and I am a tourism coordinator with the Dodge City Convention and Visitors Bureau. I help promote Dodge City to bus tours, conventions and conferences, as well as sporting events. I enjoy working with people from all over the United States to have a wonderful time when they get the heck into Dodge with their special events that they're doing. If you're having a family get-together, or if you're interested in bringing a conference to Dodge City, give us a call or send us an email at Dodge City Convention and Visitors Bureau, and we will get you started. We can assist with room blocks, we can assist with setting up meetings with different venues. The favorite part of my job is just having someone say that they loved their time in Dodge City.
We are a small town with a big town attitude. We have lots of things to offer to the community, to visitors, and really for the town of our size, we have multiple things for families, for adults, for children to do. So lots of history here. You can come to Dodge City and take a walking tour. You can ride our trolley and really learn all about our history. So we have lots of fun and lots of things for people to do. We hope to see you in Dodge City very soon. For more information about Dodge City and all we have to offer, please visit our website, which is visitdodgecity.org. We want you all to come to Dodge City and get the heck into Dodge.
Traveling Kansas, Dodge City is being brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from...
Hello friends, Harold Nolte here, President of Dodge City Community College. Here in Kansas, the community college is valued as a local access point to higher education and as a catalyst for economic development. As a community college graduate myself, I appreciate the transformation power a community college can have on students and families. Affordable, close to home, with small class sizes and personal attention, a community college is a great place to start your adventure.
Life's a little different here in Southwest Kansas. We do things our own way with a can-do spirit and strong family values, which means we treat people right and we want the best value for our dollar. The same is true about United Wireless. We aren't like the national brands. We treat our customers like family. We provide excellent service and simple, easy to understand plans that will save you money. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
By the Dodge City Convention and Visitors Bureau, who invite you to join your friends and get the heck into Dodge. Underwritten in part by the Mariah Fund, setting the wind behind tourism in western Kansas.
This program is brought to you by the Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks, and Tourism. Find out more information about Kansas communities at travelks.com.